Hello everyone, welcome to AdiTrade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for tomorrow, that is 28th June. This is the daily chart of Banknifty that I've opened. See, I kind of expected a gap up of at least around 200 points, but we got a huge gap up of 400 points, and immediately after the gap up we got a nice sell-off, and from the gap up almost the entire gap up was sold into, and Bank Nifty has fallen around 439 points, and today it was easily tradable. See, our view yesterday, my view was that we could fill this gap, but this price action shows that we are not in a hurry to come and fill this gap anytime soon. And exactly where this level was a good resistance, right? We have come and taken support here, so tomorrow it will be pretty crucial to see whether we break the support and come down, or this is just a retest and we're going to get a bounce. We'll just have to wait and watch. We'll go to our intraday levels. See, this is the 15-minute chart, and with the CPR on. See, the moment this gap up came, right? The moment this gap up came, let me open this. See, the moment this gap up came, the first candle itself rejected this level of 34,100, and then we started. That was exactly at R3, and there was also a price action resistance over here, this blue line that I've marked. If I zoom out, this is where previously we had taken support. Exactly there we took resistance and started coming down. When I was pretty convinced about taking a short trade is, see, I posted this. See, the moment we opened, this was posted at around 9:34. At 9:30 in the morning only, we could see that there was heavy call writing at 34,100, and this is 34,100 and 200. There was heavy call writing, and even 34,000 there was call writing being added, but the put writing at that point of time was huge, right? But 3 strike prices away, there were heavy call writing. So that's when we had a view that we are going to slip, and exactly on the 1 hour chart, this is the 200 EMA. Perfectly, we had taken resistance at the 200 EMA and started slipping. So that's when and if you see the end of the day, let me just try to refresh this OI. And if you see by end of the day, the 34,000 call were extremely written. The put was hardly anything, and even 33,900 call was building up, and 33,800 was a good support. That's exactly what happened. And on the 5-minute chart, this is the 5-minute chart with CPR and the moving averages. So the moment this first 5-minute range broke, right, we kind of took an entry. I was expecting a retest of the 20 MA. This red line is the 20 MA. We came, tested this, took this scalp, and this was a perfect triangle breakdown, right? See, perfectly we kind of made this A, B, C, D, E, and then broke this, and this one candle also was very good for scalping. And obviously our first target on the downside was the 20 MA and this level where previously we had taken resistance, and kind of exactly we came and hit that. Though this intraday move came where it looked like we were going to break out on the upside. Let me just get rid of this drawing. But exactly we came and took resistance at this point itself, where in the morning we had taken resistance, and again the dip came. So we traded pretty well today. The first trade was really good. Even this down trade was good. We kind of messed up in the end, where I thought this candle we will get further breakdown. Though it was post 3 o'clock, that was my mistake, but I entered and took a huge loss here. And that one trade, 800 PE, I ended up losing around 20k, but overall we ended in green, which is good. See, the moment this first 5-minute range broke, right, we could have taken a shot, and actually the best shot was here itself on this candle when we kind of retested this R3 and we started dipping, but we take little more safer entry. So the moment this first 5-minute range broke, we started scalping on the downside, and this we avoided on the call side again. And even here there was a nice kind of a trend line break where we could have shorted. So this was the trade on the downside, though we had a bullish view, but the moment this OI changed in the morning, right? The moment this OI changed and we were seeing the price on hourly chart was taking resistance at the 200 EMA, we had a view of the short side and the short trade did work. Now coming for the levels for tomorrow, let me just turn off the CPR. See, this one level will act as a good resistance. I'm going to mark that in purple. And we have another important resistance line, that is this area. Again, if we come close to 33,950, right, there's a possibility we'll take some good resistance, and a good support is here. This is the entire gap level. The entire gap exactly we have come and we have taken support here. So this could be two things. One, this could be either a retest of this gap level and we could bounce from here, or this could just be like a false breakout into the gap and we could start coming down. So this level will be very important for tomorrow, that is 33,760. And if we put on the CPR, sorry, on this plain chart, I'm going to remove all the diagrams and put on the CPR, and I'm going to use even the weekly CPR. See, the straight lines are the daily CPR. Okay, this dotted is the weekly CPR, where the weekly CPR is over here around 33,440, and the previous week high is here. We have exactly taken resistance in the morning. This was another convincing factor that we could short, that we took resistance at the weekly R1. The dotted line is the weekly R1 of CPR, because Monday, new week, so new CPR started. So the previous week high is here, that is 33,720. So if this level breaks, right, we can have a good short move tomorrow. That is, unless, see, if we get a huge gap down, the scenario might change. If we get a gap down, say around 33,490, or get a gap down to 33,649, the scenario might change. But if we get a pretty flat opening and break this level, right, we could see Bank Nifty coming until 33,500 or probably even 33,400. That is only if this level breaks. And any trade on the upside is if this level, that is 33,971 and this 33,140. See, this to get a nice momentous move on the upside, this level should break, because as I mentioned, even on the 200 EMA, how we have beautifully taken resistance exactly at 200 EMA, right? So a lot of stop losses will be placed here after taking a short trade today. So in case if this breaks, yeah, we can see the Bank Nifty going higher. Now just looking at the global market, see, Dow Jones all through the afternoon when we were trading, it was trading above 100. Right now it is around plus 40, and the same with European markets. The DAX was trading above 100. Now it has come down to 69. So not sure how it will change overnight. And as of now, SGX Nifty is indicating a -2. So in case we get a gap down, right, it depends on what type of a gap down. If it's a big gap down, there will be some profit booking and some reversal can be seen. If we get a flat opening, there's a good chance we will break this and come lower. And I don't think we will get a gap down, but again, if we get a huge gap up, right? Sorry, I don't think we'll get a gap up, but again, if we get a huge gap up, the levels where we can take resistance are here. That is 33,950 and the previous day high, that is 41,100. And looking at the open interest for tomorrow, see, there's a very good resistance at 34,000. Breaking 34,000 is not going to be easy. There's around 31 lakh open interest added. Heavy call sellers at 34,000, and a good support is at 33,500. So if in case tomorrow we get a nice short trade, there'll be anywhere we short, right, 33,500 is a good place to book profit. That is around here, in between this S1 and S2, probably somewhere over here, and 33,488 is a nice place to book profit based on the open interest. And all through the day, this 33,800 put gave very good support. That's why we could not break it today. See, even There were multiple times we came. The first attempt was here, where we tried to break 33,800, failed. A lot of times we tried over here, it failed. So this has given a very good support, but all these put sellers might exit if we break this level, that is 33,720. If we break this, there's a good chance we might slip further on the downside. And let's just look at Nifty. So this is the 15-minute chart of Nifty. See, we were expecting a gap up somewhere close to this gap boundary, right? We went into the gap and immediately had a sell-off. Though it was a little choppy, but even this was easily tradable. I'm going to mark a support line here and a resistance line here. Now for tomorrow, if this level breaks in Nifty, that is 15,830, we could slip further. Probably the first target would be 15,740, and in case we break this on the higher side, that is 15,914, this is too big of a target. So the first target we can keep is, the entire gap is very big, so the first target can be 16,000 and the second target can be 16,064, and then we have the entire gap. So basically what today's price action is shown is, even though we went into the gap, we have rejected both in Nifty and Bank Nifty. If I go back to the daily chart, see, in both Nifty and Bank Nifty, we came into the gap and we have rejected this, right? Usually what happens when we break resistance and go into the gap gets filled. But today we have taken resistance, so we'll have to see, just wait and see tomorrow if this is just a retest. Let me get these lines back. We'll just have to wait and see, is this like a retest of this level and a bounce, or are we going to break this and come further down? So that will be a view, but our levels are pretty clear. In Bank Nifty, we'll be shorting if 33,720 breaks, and going long if 33,940 and 34,126 breaks on the upper side. That's it for tomorrow, and hope